She kept it. Over the next few months, Avi left quiet messages for other students too. Those who looked tired, broken, or invisible. Always simple notes, always anonymous. Years later, Lila returned to that school as a guest speaker. She had become a mental health counselor, helping young people find strength. After her speech, she asked the principal, "Is Avi still here?" The principal paused. "He passed away last year, but we found this in his desk." It was a drawer full of letters, hundreds of them, written to students he never stopped believing in. Lila took one, pressed it to her heart, and whispered, "He saved more lives than anyone ever knew." Sometimes the quietest people are carrying the biggest hearts. Never underestimate your power to change someone's life with just a few kind words. No one really noticed Avi. He worked as a janitor in a big high school, quietly sweeping hallways long after everyone had left. He barely spoke, always kept his eyes down, and wore the same faded sweater every day. Students often ignored him, teachers passed him by, but every evening he carefully cleaned each classroom, making sure everything was in perfect order. One rainy afternoon, a young girl named Lila stayed late, crying quietly in the art room. Her world had crumbled. Her parents were divorcing, and her best friend had moved away. Avi noticed her, but said nothing. Instead, he picked up a crumpled piece of paper she had dropped, a sketch of a girl standing in the rain with a broken heart. He gently handed it to her and softly said, "Storms don't break you, they teach you how to stand stronger." She looked up, startled. No one had ever spoken to her like that, gently, kindly, like her pain mattered. The next day, he left a small note on her desk. "You are more loved than you think. Don't give up." Arya was a young woman with dreams bigger than her tiny town. But life had always pulled her backward. Her father left when she was a child. Her mother worked 3 jobs just to keep food on the table. She grew up wearing hand-me-downs, often too small or too torn. But there was one thing her mother always tried to get her: shoes that fit. "You need strong shoes," her mother would say, "to chase strong dreams." Years passed, and Arya's mother grew weak with illness. On her last night, she whispered to Arya, "Promise me, you won't let this world make your feet too tired to walk your path?" After her mother passed, Arya found a small box under the bed. Inside was a new pair of shoes, simple, strong, and beautiful, with a note: "I believe in the steps you will take, even if I can't walk beside you anymore." Tears fell onto the laces as Arya held them close. From that day forward, every time she felt like giving up, whether it was rejection from a job, failure at school, or just loneliness, she wore those shoes. And each time she remembered, her story